Now, if you're a fan of going fast, like I am, then, well, this thing on your back, yeah, that's not gonna help.
Make sure I charge my Garmin, make sure I've charged my lights. Make sure we get those bars in 10 miles and I'll be more than starving. Nothing compares to the thrill, under-prepared for the hills. I used to get wheels on air, now I put air in my wheels. Change that tune, train and cruise, chains been lubed, pace and move. Strava stats give man a heart attack, but then my pace improves. Bars and cadence are strong, now my legs up, my cadence are long. It's about time we do this, it's the cycling tattooist.
What is up, guys? If you're new here, then welcome to the channel, and if you're a regular, then welcome back. So this morning I'm doing something that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and ever since I moved to Portugal I said to myself, I'm definitely gonna do that. Have I? No. But today that changes, because I'm gonna be commuting to work. Is it for me? I guess we'll see. Okay, so straight off the bat, I've made a couple of schoolboy errors, and well, the sun has decided to come out unannounced. I'm definitely overdressed for the occasion, so I'm only 10k into this ride now, and I'm already absolutely sweating. Error number two is that I didn't allow myself enough time, so I'm now having to put in an effort to get to work, which of course that is also not helping with the sweat issue. My idea for this commute to work was to have a nice leisurely ride in, turn up to work, not a hot sweaty mess, and just generally enjoy it. But yeah, that's backfired. As I said, I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and ever since I moved to Portugal I thought, you know what, it'd be a great idea. I'll be able to get out in that nice weather and I'll be able to commute to work. And well, I haven't got around to it. I guess it was just pure laziness, but I'm doing it now. And first impressions, I mean, it's not a bad commute, is it? If we look past the sweatiness, very enjoyable. Now, I thought what I would do is not only my sort of first impressions of commuting as a commuter newbie, but also the pros and cons. Straight out the gate with the most obvious of pros, I'm doing my little bit to help the planet. This is something that in today's day and age we are increasingly not giving a about. Now, I don't want to sound like a tree-hugging hippie or anything, but the thing we've got to realise is, you know, this ride I'm doing today, it's 26k either way, so that's 52 kilometres in total, and that would have been a journey that I'd be doing by car. Well, I don't know the exact figures, but that's a fair bit of pollution. Now let's imagine that a few more of us done our commute to work by bike, then it's gonna have a pretty big effect. Cons. Now, if you're a fan of going fast, like I am, then, well, this thing on your back, yeah, that's not gonna help. Not to mention, it is pretty uncomfortable. I weighed this bag this morning, and it was just shy of 6 kilos, and yeah, you can feel it. I guess some of you may have a situation that might work out a bit better, where maybe you don't need to carry a bag to work, but unfortunately, I have to take quite a bit. Now, Now here's another thing. Generally, if you're commuting to work, then you're gonna wanna go the most direct route possible. This can often mean that you're not gonna be going on particularly nice roads. I know it might not look like it, but today I'm doing exactly that. I've been on main roads pretty much the whole time, but I'm definitely not gonna complain as far as main roads go. These ones are particularly nice. But I can imagine for most people, yeah, commute probably isn't the most scenic of routes, let's put it that way. And then the other issue is that, well, those main roads generally in the mornings are gonna be pretty busy. So you're gonna have a lot of cars to deal with. Again, not really my problem, but I'm gonna put it as a con anyway, because I'm sure for most people, it's a bit of a different story. Now here's another pro, and this one's a big one in particular for me. I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes find it a bit of a struggle trying to fit in training around my everyday life. If you lead a busy lifestyle and it feels like you're just having to slot cycling in as and when you can, then this is a perfect way to get in that bit of extra training. You know, sometimes commuting by car, that can take long enough as it is when you're sitting in all the traffic. So, you know, it's time you'd have been using anyway. Why not do it on the bike? And then you get a little bit of training effect as well. Brilliant. If you're like me also, where you find zone 2 training in particular quite boring at times, then well, this is perfect time to do it. It doesn't feel like you're just cycling for the sake of it. You know, you're getting somewhere, you've got somewhere to be, and like I say, you're getting training in at the same time. So can't argue with that, can you? So that's it, the work day's done, and back on the road on my way home. It's a bit windy today. This morning that was quite nice because it was blowing on my back. I managed to get the 26k done this morning in 53 minutes, which is pretty decent considering, well, it's not flat around here, but that's definitely not going to be the case on the way home because, yep, I've got a headwind. Lovely stuff. Anyway, straight back to my review of commuting, and back to the sweat issue. Maybe some seasoned commuters out there can tell me, but how do you get around the fact that when you go to put your kit back on, it's still sweaty and gross? Yeah, that wasn't pleasant. Yeah, there's nothing quite like climbing back into your kit when it's all cold and damp, and you know that it's your bodily fluids that caused it. The only answer that I can figure out to this problem, which is probably an obvious one, but I guess you've got to take a spare set of kit and change into that for the way home. Seems like a lot of effort to me. This one's definitely going down as a con. Suckers! Yeah, do you know what? I'm really enjoying these commuter vibes. It's actually a lot of fun. Well, I know a lot of you are probably going to say, yeah, it's my first time. Of course you're going to enjoy it. and that might be the case, but for now, yeah, it's brilliant. It kind of brings back those feelings of like when you was a kid and you know, you just finished school, you got your music in your ears, and you're just happy, you're cruising along on your bike. Yeah, it's brilliant. All that's left is for me to go knock at my friend's house and ask if he's allowed out to play. Oh, another quick bonus whilst I remember, I had 2 cakes today and I don't feel the least bit guilty about it. When you know you've got 26k to burn it off, you really don't mind. So a thoroughly successful mission today. My first commute to work is done, and yeah, as I said earlier, absolutely loved it. I'm definitely going to do it again. Can't say I'm going to do it every time I go to work, but I think I'm probably going to try and do it once a week, weather depending, of course. I am a fair weather cyclist these days. But yeah, I probably missed out on a load more pros and probably cons as well. But I think it's safe to say there is definitely more pros than there are cons. If I did miss out on any pros or cons, then feel free to drop them in the comments. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot more pros. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.